Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ohio Anime. Guess I should say Ohayou gozaimasu. It's still morning here. We're getting in there just under the wire, and we're here to talk about anime, manga, all that sort of thing. It's been a little while since we had a show, but we're back. Jump in chat if you're interested. If you have things to say, that would be appreciated. First story, we're going to kick it off with, I guess it's not a story. I'm going to talk about something I've been watching, a couple things maybe. Um, Finally got back into Hunter x Hunter a little bit. I mentioned that on our main show. So I've been watching through more of that. Still been entertaining. Currently still in, wow, blanking on the name of that show. But the one I wanted to cover today, I guess, is Dirty Pair. I've been going back and watching some older things. I'm gonna get to a review later of a much older, from the same year actually, film. And now it's let's see, it's yeah, Dirty Pair. I'll show a few images from it and stuff. But basically, it's from 1985, and I'd always seen this around, but never really. I haven't been one to jump into older anime much. It was kind of like I watch mostly the things that I sort of grew up with and then newer. But I been wanting to watch some things that I know my wife isn't going to be interested in. She doesn't really like the older stuff normally. So I started watching this. It's called The Dirty Pair, and little synopsis here or quick about the dirty pair of the two women that you see in the pictures here, but they don't like being called that. Just what society has come to call them. They call themselves the Lovely Angels, and they kind of work for the government or whatever to um, get rid of crime and deal with bad guys, some of that. But they're always sort of leaving a lot of collateral damage in their wake. Sort of got the nickname Dirty Pair, and that's sort of how everybody knows them. So it's a cyberpunk sort of show in the future. Yeah, and I'm liking it so far. Like I still get I do get nostalgic for some of the older art styles. Like I've kind of been meaning to go back and just try the original Gundam, see how that is and that sort of thing. But yeah, Dirty Pair. It's on Crunchyroll. That's where I'm watching it in Japanese, and it's something that I would recommend so far. Let's see. A so an anime that I reviewed, I think on the last episode of this of Ohayou Anime was Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, and watch that if you have seen it as well. Let me know if you think it's any good. I certainly liked it, and there is a new season of that coming as well, and now they have the date set for release. So January of this next year is when the next season is supposed to drop. So they put out this new visual to go along with it. It's called The Second Attack. And see a little description here. A girl in lower grade just made me cry. One day, a senpai visits the library after school and becomes the target of a super sadistic junior. The name of the girl who teases, torments, and tantalizes senpai is Nagatoro. She's annoying yet adorable. It's painful, but you still want to be by her side. This is a story about an extremely sadistic and temperamental girl, and you'll feel something awaken inside you. I don't know what that means. You'll feel something awaken inside you, but but it is a good show. And season 2 is coming in January. So that will be good, I hope. And I don't know if it's a show that really needs a season 2. In fact, It's not, when I think about it, but I know there's more manga, so they've kept it going, and um, hopefully it's good. Speaking of things that are coming out, they have announced dates for stuff. Is a series that I am behind on for sure, but oh no, no sound. Got to get the sound out here. So, My Hero Academia coming this fall. Yeah, I am not caught up. I'm not caught up on this show at all, but I still like it. I am still going through it slowly. And now we have, I guess, now I have a time limit. Now I have a time in which I need to try to get caught up by, I suppose, this fall. So I've been reading some old X-Men stuff again, and it's kind of like just thinking this is the X-Men for today. You know, it's popular with the youth, and it's got that good team element. Lots of people with crazy varying abilities. So yeah, um, should be good. So if you are in Japan, you're probably not watching this right now, but if you're in Japan or you're planning to go there, is something that I would be very jealous. And I honestly haven't even seen or read this yet, but I'm planning to. The anime is coming. I'm very excited about it. I'm thinking about reading the manga. Lawson, which is a Japanese convenience store, is going to offer this Chainsaw Man stuff from July 7th to July 18th. And see, oh, I might look at this a little later here. It looks like some news I hadn't seen. So here we've got blood orange mixed drinks, only $1.46 each. Nice. Looks like here a mug. Those look cool. Over $5. Some cookies. Just the art of this show is really cool. This manga, and yeah, sticky notes, 500 yen. So all kinds of fun stuff. So if you're in Japan, go to Lawson and pick these things up because they look pretty cool. So I'm gonna open up a story that I just saw pop up on here. And we'll read it together. This is from animetrends.net, but looks like this is a Crunchyroll announcement. So, Webtoon, Crunchyroll announces Webtoon anime production. 7 titles announced. So I missed this because it's not actually new. I guess before I wouldn't have necessarily noticed this. It's weird that this shows up. So this is not news at all. I'm looking at the date. It's February 25th, 2020. But it's not something that I had seen before. So news to me, I guess. It perked my interest because my wife is reading a lot of webtoons. My co-host from Popcasts on the Rocks is reading a lot of webtoons these days. I'm reading some, but having trouble like getting into them or whatever. Yeah, because some of these I had heard of. So apologies for jumping on this and thinking it's something new. But they're giving examples here. Tower of God, Noblesse. Yeah, those are things that I've heard of before. And then where's this other one? The God of High School. That one I started reading. It was kind of cool because I'm in Taekwondo, the main character does that too, so it's fun, but I don't know, it's just not grabbing me, I guess. Um, I will mute this and play the trailer if others are interested. What are your all thoughts? Is are there are webtoons interesting to you? Is it something that I mean, I think it's definitely a growing market, and I'm a little worried for because it's a different model. It's kind of like that, what smartphones did to gaming in a way. It's like we still have a lot of gaming options and stuff, but the masses definitely um, play like the gotcha games and stuff like that on mobile. And I'm just wondering if, with manga seeing the big surge that it is the webtoon model going to be really what takes over? Because um, they're free. You download the webtoon app or whatever, or other various webtoon apps, and you can read a lot for free. Um, and just what kind of, I don't know, we'll see what kind of model that creates, what kind of environment that creates for manga and manhwa going forward. So, anyways, I'll have to check this out. It's clearly a older thing that I just missed out on. So, and it's a thing that I hadn't noted, like I didn't know that Noblesse was a manhwa before, even though I'd seen it around. Same with Tower of God, had no idea. So, okay, I'm going to talk now about a show that's been, I feel like, on a lot of people's must watch list. Um, Spy Family. So, Spy Family, Spy X Family. I think I'm guessing it's Spy Family. Is It's been a show that's based on the manga and just concluded the other week, a couple weeks ago. And I didn't know when I started the manga, it didn't grab me. But my wife was really interested in watching the anime as we started it, and it's it isn't what I expected. It's a lot of fun. Like it at first, I imagine it's going to be kind of serious, but they have a lot of humor in here, and the little girl Anya is very cute, and I think they have a fun setup here. It's the opening feels inspired by the Cowboy Bebop opening, along with it being in sort of that a similar um, kind of somewhere in 30s to 50s sort of vibe that you kind of get from elements of Bebop as well, the trench coats and the fedoras and that kind of thing. So it's stylistically fun. It's good humored. It has interesting characters. I like the switch you can flip from very cute or whatever to super, just very cool. It's got a fun theme song. So I enjoyed every week going through it. Not every episode is as strong as the previous, but pretty consistent, I would say, um, and definitely something I would recommend. And it's just getting going. I don't know how many episodes. If it was 13, I think, episodes for the first season, and it definitely the way it split it up. I mentioned this on the full show as well, how it didn't seem like something that it didn't seem like a good ending point. Normally they do this. It seemed like a mid-season refresh or like catch-up kind of episode, and so yeah. But they did announce now like what's coming next. They're not letting people hang for too long. So Spy Family is coming back in October of this year. So it does. I wonder if I feel like are they going to call this another season, or just the next part of the first season? We'll see how they split it up. But yeah. we don't have to wait too long. So to me, it seems like it's the second half of the first season. And there's a trailer out there too. Want to watch the trailer? Um, and but maybe only if you're already caught up on the first part. So, a little bit back to a little bit of news. I guess that was news, but this is from July 1st. So Anime Expo is going on now. Looks like crowd-wise, it's nuts. So we're probably going to be getting more and more news coming from that as well. But Furikuri, this story is really focusing on. This is from Anime News Network. The Pillows coming back to do music for more Furikuri series. You guys should let me know if you have kept up on this, because I watched the original Furikuri. Again, it was another kind of big show that coming to Adult Swim, it was kind of a big deal. And one of the more artsy shows, a little more a little to interpretation, and a little and zanier too than a lot of the stuff we've gotten. And so I think it was an important show for Western audiences for sure. But I've only watched that. I know there's a follow-up season and stuff like that. So this article kind of talks about this a little bit. It says, the original FLCL OVA inspired two sequels, Furikuri Alternative and Furikuri Progressive in 2018. Now, I haven't seen either of those. And it just was one of those shows that seemed like it should, it was kind of its perfect little thing. And it's very odd to me that there are sequels, and now two more sequels in the works. So let's see, Furikuri Grunge and Furikuri Shoigaze. So I don't know. It calls the one a CGI anime. So Grunge, Furikuri Grunge, the CGI anime, was centered around three teenagers who graduated and have started working. So I'm usually not much of a fan of CG style animation. So I don't know. I'm excited. It's cool. The Pillows are coming back. I'm not particularly excited for this unless I go back and watch the sequels that already exist and really fall in love with that. So, and then the last thing I want to talk about and slash review here is to me, in the form I viewed it, was a movie. Angel's Egg. So, Angel's Egg, Japanese art film, written and directed by Mamoru Oshii, who I know from Ghost in the Shell fame. The original Ghost in the Shell movie is his doing here, along with other things, but that's what definitely leaves an impact on me, and is still a film that I very much love. But Angel's Egg came earlier, 1985, and I don't know who mentioned this, but I saw it on YouTube. The whole thing is available on YouTube, and I don't know if it's supposed to be or what, but it's there. And again, going back to trying to watch a little bit of some older anime, it's not particularly long, and I don't know what happened. I mean, kind of basically understand what's happening, but I don't understand what it's trying to tell me exactly. It seems like it kind of bears out in the reception at the time that it launched. People were not super impressed, but another one of those things that maybe as the director went on to become more prolific, people started looking back at it and be like, okay, maybe, you know. So I've been looking at the Wikipedia page after the fact now, and it's talking about some of the themes. Definitely with Christianity, it talks about that specifically in the flood and all that. And I guess Mamoto had lost his Christian faith at the time of, just before making this. And so, let's see, Senses of Cinema opined that the film seems informed by the existential desperation caused by the collapse of one's belief system. So I can see that. But then it goes on to talk about how the director himself does not particularly know what the film is about. So I don't know. I still really like it in a way that if you're gonna, if you guys sit down and think, oh, this is gonna be some crazy stuff's gonna happen here, and you're gonna walk away with, I don't know, a deeper understanding or anything. I don't know about that, but I think just as an atmospheric art piece, it works. Like watching it, everything is so evident. It's like they're trying to animate as little as possible in so much of it, and they hold shots for a long period of time. These wide, really wide shots, giving environment, and then characters will just be still. It just creates a really cool ambiance, and I guess I'm a little bit of a sucker for that kind of thing. It's, in a way like the manga Blam, where there's very little dialogue, there's often all that many characters involved. It's just really atmospheric, and it sets up this great world of mystery and intrigue. And I don't know, I think this does that. So Angel's Egg, watch it where you can. I think it's worth a watch now, especially if you're familiar with any other of Mamoru. I always want to say Oishi, but Oshi. Any of his work, I think you might have a little more appreciation for it. So, let's see. What slideshow was working? So I finished a manga that I will talk about. I think I said Angel's Egg was going to be my last thing, but I got one more thing actually. Hell's Paradise. So I'm going to show you a few of the covers and stuff like that. Talk about them a little bit. I'll read you the premise in the back of the first volume here. Gabimaru the Hollow is one of the most vicious assassins ever to come out of the ninja village of Iwagakure. He's ruthlessly efficient, but a betrayal results in him being handed a death sentence. He has only one hope. In order to earn his freedom, he must travel to a long hidden island and recover an elixir that will make the shogun immortal. Failure is not an option. On this island, heaven and hell are just a hair's breadth away. So, Viz Media, Hell's Paradise. It is 13 volumes to completion, and I think that I won't show much here and stuff, so it's not spoiled. But I was drawn honestly to the bright colors of this. That look really cool, and I was right. I bought the first 5 volumes in print, and then ended up buying the rest digitally. I don't have the space to keep. I like my Western comic collection that I've grown over the years for a long time ago. It takes up enough space the way it is. Manga takes up a lot of space too. So, anyways, it's volume 2. So it has a really good cast of characters. When it starts and they give you the premise, I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna be over soon. Like, where is this gonna go when stuff, you know, starts, you know, hitting the ceiling? It's get very curious of what's gonna actually unfold and who I'm gonna like and why I would like them. But quite quickly, things do change, and you start getting a cast of characters that are well realized, well thought out, uniquely drawn. And another thing that's fun about this is it really uses a lot from other Asian cultures' lore. Chinese and even Indian and stuff. In the back of each volume, they really talk about references and what this means in Chinese and what this is called in Japanese, and so they're really drawing from that sort of mythology to make their story here. And another cool thing about this is they are making a anime now. Talked about that on this show before. An anime adaptation has been announced, and it looks good. I also like that. So these are rated M for mature, and they don't shy away from, you know, something grotesque. They don't shy away from nudity and all that stuff. But unlike something that I still like, but unlike something like Akame ga Kill Zero that I read not all that long ago, that one, has moments that are really, they're more fan servicey. And not that I have an issue with that. It just sometimes for the tone of whatever you're reading or watching, it's out of place. Like, I think that all fits in the right tone show or manga. This is a more serious, I hope that translates to the anime well. This is a more serious, a little more adult kind of story. So everything felt genuine in here, not exploitive or whatever. So, if that matters at all to you. But, anyways, it was a really good read. Finally finished it. I do highly recommend it. The anime coming looks like they're nailing the tone, so I hope that they don't pull any punches and it's as good as the manga, but you never know. So if you're looking for something to read, Hell's Paradise, that's by Yuji Kaku. You should give it a look see. All right, that's gonna be it for this episode of Ohayou Anime. If you enjoy the video stream, give it a like, give us a subscription, be much appreciated. Our regular show is Popcast on the Rocks. It's weekly. This needs to be more consistent. Work is slowing down now. I hope it can be more consistent. We should have news coming out more frequently now with the some of these summer cons going on, stuff like Anime Expo, getting new season of shows that are just kind of being announced and stuff. So if you're keeping up on it, let me know what you think I should watch. What looks entertaining to you. And yeah, I'll try to get back on one of the more regular basis with these. So that'll be it for me today. Thank you for tuning into Ohayou Anime, and we'll see you next time.